Ah, Torin.
Hmm?
Okay, good. I thought I heard noises. I thought you might have fallen asleep. Thunder.
Hello.
Rose.
Those noises are from the person behind me.
That would make sense. A sideline.
Yo,
Welcome back. It's been a little bit of a while.
you've been a little bit of a while.
It's true. I'm always a little bit of a while. That's how time works.
Oh, you're right.
What the fuck?
I don't know. But I believe last time would have been when you thought the baby discovered the underground alchemical lab and all the things within.
I think
Rose.
I think that was the last official session. Then we did a couple
Yeah.
of like weird little bits.
Yeah. Then Rose did things. I don't know if we'll leave it for in-character discussion, I suppose. But we're still within the nebulous 2 weeks. The people say we're all good to go otherwise. Some people have been very busy. Other people have been not as busy. Shrug.
Was Erin able to find out anything about that weird soil?
Why am I looking at dirt again?
Because it was asked you to look at dirt.
I understand you asked me to, but why?
Because it's funky dirt.
Okay, well, it's great. It smells different.
Okay, long story short, as part of Ibis's law study, he was asked to look into a case study from like 40 years ago, I think it was, of
60-ish.
60-ish, of a woman who got burnt as a witch, and make a decision on whether they were right or wrong to do that. In the course of the investigation, he found that where her ashes after being burnt was spread is just a dead area. Basically, all the plants within it are dead. All the insects that go into it are dead. The animals avoid the area. And Ipos remembered Aaron kind of maybe does alchemical kind of shit. So he brought the soil to Aaron to basically go, I've done what I can do with it. Can you see if you can do anything with it, just to get more information?
Sure, I mean it's dirt.
Aaron immediately, even with, I suppose Ipos just kind of flops the bag down somewhere. You already get this kind of strange feeling from it. Just it makes you feel almost a little bit nauseous that it's in your presence.
Where? What? Why? Again, precisely? Like, why is this dirt? Why did you bring? Aaron's asking that to Ippos. Like, she's just saying that.
Like, what's she saying? Just why did he bring dirt?
Why is this dirt the way that it is?
Epos not know. Epos thinks person who was burnt had something to do with demon possession stuff, maybe, which might have bled into the ground when the ashes were sprinkled over it. Is really weird. Normally, such things would like burn themselves. I'm switching out of his accent. I can't maintain that right now. Normally, such things would burn themselves out over time, but this one's sort of drawing the energy from the surrounding area as well to sustain itself, which is weird.
Okay, well, I can tell you this: I can do nothing. There would actually, there's one thing I can do for you. Erin's gonna take out her wayfinder and hold it over it. Is it like going straight down into the dirt, essentially?
Yes, you've discovered the dirt secret it's possessed. No, the Wayfinder doesn't appear to have any reaction to the dirt.
Okay, well, Ipos, there's not much I can do for you here. I mean, I will, just to say that, to make sure that there is nothing I can do for you here. If you want my better advice, take it to Silas.
Silas was second choice, but it was no like Silas.
Think of it this way: he's a Ponzi noble, and you're asking him to dig into dirt.
Yeah, that cheers Ipos up.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically,
Take your little thing.
from what everyone was saying in the text chat, basically she'd cut it up into like samples. He'll leave her with like one of the samples to do what she can with, sweep the rest back into a bag, and run off to find Silas.
Shouldn't be too difficult. He's probably just doing homework in like the library or something.
Oh, I'm sure the school will love me going into the library and dumping a bag of dirt over the table. As he literally does that. Quietly runs into the library, up to Silas, whomp, bag of soil, tied up, sealed bag of soil, on the table next to him. So
Do note this is a sort of a medieval bag, so it's kind
Yeah.
of permeable, and a bunch of dirt kind of comes at the top.
it's not a complete seal, but it's better than leaving it open.
Yeah.
He slowly closes his book, looks at Ipos, and asks, "Why do you have dirt? I assume there's something special about it, otherwise you wouldn't have brought it to me."
Yes, special dirt. Evan suggests come see you about it. Need to see if anything weird, funky is still on it. There's dead person ash over it and doing weird things and info dump go.
Ah, I see. Well, I can look at it. I can look at it and see if there are any residual psychic imprints. And firstly, I'll just ping psychic significance real quick.
Oh boy, is that significant? Most significant bag of dirt you've ever detected.
I could never tell if Jamet's being sarcastic or not.
That was serious.
You can count the number of significant bags of dirt on one hand.
Yeah, I mean,
but it is more than one, which is surprising.
Oh god.
Okay, so you're alright to bring it to me? It is psychically active and charged. There seems to be some powerful emotions tied to it, or other energies. So now let's see what it actually is. Silas will gently place a hand on the bag and sort of just stick a finger in the dirt
Okay.
and attempt psychometry, because you have to touch in order to do psychometry.
Yeah. No, I like the mental image. You're sitting in the library, there's a kobold at your side, you're putting it like a single finger into a bag of dirt.
I like the idea that he's like kneading it like dough. Yes, dirt, tell me your secrets.
I must
No,
form.
there's
an
a reason why
intimate
he's
bond.
using a single finger. Not a fan of just random grave dirt,
Peels off glove.
especially
Yeah.
since it's grave dirt.
Okay, let me look up the cool things. I can never remember if psychometry is secret or not.
It is.
What is your sense motive? Wait, is sense motive right?
No,
it's praise, actually.
Praise.
He's appraising dirt.
What is your praise? And are you doing anything to boost it?
Let me think. Would curiosity be with me right now?
That's up to you.
Honestly,
Do you ever have them?
Yeah, it's in the middle of the day, and like Silas probably just got out of class, so yeah, he'll probably have curiosity with him. Having curiosity just dumped any sort of like rumors it's picked up. So yeah, let's have curiosity help.
Okay.
It should have a praise because I've got a praise.
So now Silas's finger is in it, and then the weird shadow, ghostly, weird hand also has a finger in it, and they're both stirring it together.
Can we put in the dirt pie?
Thankfully, curiosity is pretty much invisible while touching Silas. It could be right over his face and you wouldn't know.
Damn it, we don't need more images of Shigaraki here.
Look, what's happening? Anyway,
No.
what's your bonus?
Curiosity is a -1. Not great, but can aid, technically.
Technically.
It's trained. And then...
Unfortunately, we don't have any XP things which let them get a praise. Ooh. Rest in peace, curiosity.
He isn't good at helping. And then my bonus is +10.
Okay.
I might or might not have put more points into appraise now.
Big Ben, I'm gonna send you a screenshot.
You're going to throw dirt at someone?
Oh god, he's got a special image just for this.
No.
No, he just rolled an at one or something.
I just like the idea he's just going to get an image of something really Cthulhian.
Well then, okay.
I mean,
Good for me.
it is possible. Ipos was always theorizing Lamashtu, which I know isn't Cthulhian, but it's still big bag demony thing.
That's horrific.
I have to get. Okay, how many pieces of knowledge? You're supposed to get one for every 5, I believe. Oh, every 10, okay.
10, yeah. It's when you fail by 5 or more, you have problems.
Right.
Yeah, fail by 5 or more, you get bad information.
In which case, Silas pushes his mind into the dirt
It's
First,
got such a dirty mind.
the dart almost seems willing to let you in, for the first memory at least, which is immediately Silas is overcome by this burning pain, as if he's being burnt alive, his limbs crispy. The smell of pork in the air. No, that's you. But you can pretty much just swiftly pass by this memory onto the probably more important meaty one.
Yeah, let's do that.
You mean you don't want to experience being burnt to death?
Yeah, bad emotions of death generally aren't that useful in the grand scheme of psychic readings.
When we're trying to find out why Ghost is hunting somewhere.
And you know she's not happy being burnt alive to death.
Yeah, but immediately dying, your emotions kind of run rampant on focusing on the actual death, which is useful in a murder investigation. Not so much in a public execution.
Not so much on a dirt investigation.
Yes, that too.
I bring
secondary
you all the best
memory-
things.
The secondary memory is is buried quite deep. Probably because you're using something very indistinct from the person in a sense, and also it's been a long amount of time. But with your prowess, you're able to push on. You come to this strange scene. A girl, faceless, sitting in a chair in the middle of a room, while a maid, or no, is that maybe it's her mother, busies about her, dressing her, doing her hair, whispering into her ear, "When you get out there, you know what to do. You know who to find. Oh, you'll be so pretty when you go out." As she continues to get this girl dressed before ushering her out of the room. Beyond the door, there's only darkness. You see nothing else past her, and as the girl steps out, she disappears completely. The mother lets out a deep sigh before going, "Okay, and on to Dom." And the memory ends.
Interesting. Alright. Silas will sort of relay back that. So, does that help you any?
Maybe?
Maybe.
Can you send that to me, J-Mac?
I have to write it down first. So
Oh,
just
you
get
didn't already have it written down, you fool!
No,
Just
because
write me an overview of it.
I will. Or rather, I'll do that afterwards when I can watch the VOD again and just write it down word for word, or almost word for word.
Wow. Yeah,
Person recording it. Have a look.
I could, but yeah, no. Yeah, might be helpful. Kinda works with other things I was thinking. Maybe. Is that only thing you can get?
That is as deep as I can go, and I believe that is the extent of the extent of the knowledge and the memories in here. Most of it's being a bit overridden by the very loud screaming emotions of painful death.
If I guess that's fair. Being burnt not much fun.
No, it is not.
Okay, well, thank you. He'll
Yes,
gather up
you
his
are
bag of
welcome.
dirt.
You put some bag of dirt are now best friends.
Hell yeah, that's going in his treasure hoard. Go on, psychically significant dirt? That's out there.
I suppose, but it's also a pretty gruesome thing to be like, I'll keep this technical ashes of a person burnt alive because it's interesting.
Yeah, what do you think, people with urns of shit do?
Yeah, but usually you're at least like related to the person, and the person was like, keep my dead body for whatever reason on your mantelpiece where I can be easily knocked over and get in your carpet.
Yeah, generally cremated ashes are someone very important to you emotionally. Boss has
Nah.
never met this person.
Nah, it's fine. And he might have done. You don't know, Ipos.
It's true.
You also don't know this person.
Well, I'm basically just going to be still writing my case study based off what I told you earlier, JMac, putting all the evidence together to support that theory.
Okay, that means I don't need to change anything.
Adding on anything from that psychic reading which supports that as well. I'll rewatch it later and let you know if I actually change my mind.
Okay. As whoever ends up getting your essay is gonna be like, what the fuck?
Hey, I actually did research, yo. Not my fault if you can't understand it.
I mean, sure. Oh well. Rose, are you here?
I'm here. I have a dog attacking me.
Oh
What? No, go away. Okay.
You're still trying to lick your mouth.
No. Different dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't suppose. Well, Alana had something she wanted to propose to a group. Yes.
Yeah,
She's
there's a.
proposing to the group. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm already seeing someone.
I feel like Ash should be someone who'd be polygamous. Anyways, at some point, Alana will call the group over, and she's going to bring up that she went on a bit of an investigation herself, and I'm paraphrasing a lot of this. The night that the party happened, remember when Ash and Evos looked at the sky and saw like something flying through it? Like, huh, weird, and kind of let it go. Alana's scarf yelled at her for about 10 minutes about it and how she's too stupid to realize that was something she had to go investigate. So she went to go do that and saw how it is kind of like a fleshy sock puppet. This is the best description I can give.
If you scroll up and I guess we could just repost it from the OOC chat again.
Yeah, I have it posted in the chat. And it's master ? That was something that Alana could tell was very important, but she couldn't quite place her finger why. And it had no face. It was just a black void for a face. By the way, they're completely human. They just kind of had a black void face.
I believe Alana also wanted to send a letter to her mother.
Yeah, she's gonna ask Ari about black void face boy.
Would this be a case of you wait like the time to get the letter back before you approach the group, or
I think so, just because that's probably her best bet for actually learning something.
Oh, that could take months.
It won't take that long.
wink wink? There's express postage here. Are you good for expediency's sake? Do you just mention everything that you kind of learned about the guy? Because there is
Yeah.
one piece of information that will get you a very specific reply.
She's gonna mention everything. Put it all out there.
Because the main thing, I will write back. I'm gonna be honest. I feel weird to like doing anything in the voice, considering it's also you.
That's fine. What would
But the
can
main
paraphrase.
thing Alana notices in the letter back is when you mentioned that the figure seemed to be from Lucion, I'm probably saying that wrong, the city of waves or the country of waves, rather. Ari does mention, her and James have angered a lot of people from there, because while it's also the country that does a lot of sea trade, it's also, there's a lot of like undercover slavery and sort going on there. After all, your mother and father were freedom fighters for a period of their life.
Well, that's lovely.
So, but she
Remember
can't really think of where else you would have recognized them from.
Yeah, void face boy and sock puppet. I wonder if sock puppet's not a bunch of slaves. That's a little morbid. Regardless, Lana wants to go investigate it more. She knows where they are and has an idea when they end up going home, so to speak. But also there's a bunch of dead dogs, or undead dogs rather, and stuff in that cave. Because Mezit went to go check. Saw a few defenses up. It's not made of hands, it's just like its face has hands over it. Remember correctly?
One thing I'll mention is Lana identified it as a necrocraft, or necrocraft or necrograft, one of the two. The undead
Necrograph.
that are made up of a bunch of like separate people.
Ah,
So if there's hands there, that's why you're seeing it. And also, I just thought that not everything has to be about hands. Sometimes I just see art and I think it looks cool. It's not a theme.
He just has an obsession.
Team.
He has an obsession with
Team.
hands.
I don't. It just
Yeah,
look. It's good art.
It's definitely evil and Alana wants to go kill it, maybe. Question mark. Or yell at it a lot.
Say, Wolf, we went out and killed a bunch of undead, didn't we?
Well, the town's been plagued with undead problems, all kind of coming up from the bad deserty place that way.
Oh.
also, this is tying into something that I have been looking into.
Oh, really?
Yes. Do you remember the dwarf that was with
Jordan.
Priest in that Yoradin?
Yes.
He has gone missing. Or at
Really?
the very least, he hasn't returned since then.
Oh, shit.
Oh, this reminds me.
I've been asking people to help with that.
Those undead. I got told those undead looked like they were more like they were created, not natural.
Yes, correct. I did manage to rip out a bunch of onyxes and still have some magically charged
dust.
Oh,
Which,
there's
hey,
Onyx
Ash,
from
by the
it.
way, here. Aaron tosses a stone at Ash.
Uh,
It's just kind of like
it's probably important to
blinks off
point out.
Ash, and then they
Hold on,
finally
hold
go,
on,
huh?
hold on. When Alana went to go investigate, there's 2 dead trees that looked like she went to go open them or like see if there's any from a wood inside them because normally when you char a tree, at least there's some wood deep inside it that's protected. Now those things are burnt to the crisp. They were like completely ashen through, and there's onyx inside it.
Oh, really?
Sorry, I had to get that out there because Tommy mentioned onyx. I don't want to forget that.
That's how did it look like perfect onyx, or did it have some flaws in it?
Alana will just show it because I'm actually not sure myself because she doesn't know anything about rocks.
It's
Silas
more
will-
like,
Oh, I was going to say Silas will just appraise it at a glance.
bless you, whoever it was. You were saying you were showing the ashes from a tree, yeah?
Yeah, the onyx that was inside that tree.
Yeah, it's more like, yeah, tiny little dust particulates. As if it's been mixed in with the actual body of the tree itself.
Aaron's gonna pull out a bag, a very finely woven, like sort of wax bag. Open it up and take out some of the onyx particles that she still has left over from the spare stuff reagents that she used to make the pearl. Is it similar?
Not quite. The one in the tree's a lot finer.
It's probably likely that they use some form of magic to better fuse the onyxes before used in crafting, but it's possible they are using that for harvesting purposes. Was the area around it dead?
Directly below the tree, yes. And we think it went to a little stream that was there as well via the roots of the tree.
It could be possible that they're using the trees. They put some ritual on it, and they're just using the tree as a conduit to siphon life out of it and make onyxes. Maybe it wasn't finished, and that's why it's so fine.
Your guess
Oh
is
no,
better
we'll
than
see when we
mine.
get there.
Because I frankly had no idea looking at it aside from that's some pretty intense magic they used for it.
Every person who works with constructs understands a little bit about necromancy.
On a side glide.
Well, yeah, I think it's in our interest to head out there. With between Wolf killing a bunch of undead that seem to be created, you finding a bunch of undead and a sock puppet person, whatever, and a bunch of trees that could be used to harvest onyxes for the creation of undead. That sounds like a problem that's only going to get worse with time.
Hey, J-Mac, can I take Roland again? He has a horse. He's actually very useful now.
Hey, can I have my
Before-
taxi?
Before we go, though, I believe I'm going to report Jordan's missingness.
Didn't you already do that?
Did I? Okay.
I think
I'm
you already
good. If I
did.
have, if I have them, we're good.
Pretty sure that was like the first thing you said.
Yeah, it was like I think I said that after Ocarina came back.
Are you saying you're being responsible?
Yeah.
Yes. Turns out the lawful neutral noble is the responsible one.
What you're talking about as I'm eating this giant chunk of meat.
Ah, right. Is there anything anyone needs before we go out? Because I kind of got a thing I got to keep an eye on. I can't be out for too long.
Yeah, I could. I need to go check on something.
What are you doing?
How far out into the woods are we going?
Let me move the map over.
It's about 3-4 hours travel.
3 or 4 hours. Okay.
'Cause
Which
it's
direction?
here, just directly east, basically where my token currently is.
Over by the mountain.
I hate all these people.
Yeah, it's not too hard to get in there though. When I was talking to J-Mac, like this part that I'm showing is mostly like the actual mountain part. This part's not that bad.
Hey, Wolf, we were like here, weren't we?
J-Mac?
You were around about there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so same region for the undead.
Where Alana is that where we were getting funky feelings before?
Yes, that's where you
Right,
saw on
yes.
the night of the party all the spirits being like, I'm not going over there.
Right, that was the same thing. Right, okay.
I suppose
And
last
later
time.
on.
So you said
Sorry.
about that area, right? Was the high up part?
Yeah, that's like the peaky area.
Okay.
What I'm
This-
hearing
this-
then is this area is bad juju.
Potentially.
Okay. Ash is gonna go see if Lillian's around.
would she be? Give me a second. However, you do have a way of contacting her if you very much want her.
Very true. I use that.
A couple of minutes, you hear a whisper on the wind. Yes, Ash? Also, you might walk into a bunch of clouds that go, yes, Ash, ignore them.
Okay. Going east, forest by mountain. Need to know what you're looking for.
Just anything that's like magically infused, I guess, I can use.
Vague, not helpful, but I'll try.
You get a wind shrug emoji. I'm more used to doing this on my own, rather than having other people get stuff for me. Wait, you're going out?
Yes.
I mean, I could join you.
Why not? More the merrier.
Okay, give me 5 minutes.
Ash just turns to the rest of the group and goes, okay.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah,
Actually,
Aaron.
Ash wasn't talking. Ash looked like they were very quickly scrolling their finger across a mirror
Oh,
that they pulled out of a small box.
you having fun there, Chief?
Huh?
did you
Yeah.
not see the notice board?
Oh, no, I've been busy.
Ah,
Lillian's gonna join us. She'll be here in 5-ish minutes.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, she's been going around that area looking for magical materials herself.
Magical
And
material. Why did she talk to me?
oh, Aaron.
she's looking
What?
for something specific, I guess, but not really.
That
Vaguely
doesn't.
specific. It's not very helpful.
Well, she'll be here in a few minutes. We'll talk about it. You're right. Yeah. J-Mac, how long has it been since I dropped off my package?
And that really, I guess Alana waited a few days, so it'd probably be like 2 days-ish.
Yeah.
You're probably good, maybe?
While she's coming, I'm gonna set up that array.
Oh, okay.
And I just want
Just
to
in
scry.
case. Okay. As soon Lilian comes and sees Aaron putting up a thing, is like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's take a few minutes. It's okay, you got here much faster than I thought you would. I thought you're like normally the fashionably late kind of person. Erin says she puts up a big post with a amethyst at the very top of it that's cut very ornately.
I mean, you can only be as late as how much you know the thing is going to happen.
Well, yeah. Well, it said 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
That's. Anyway, I guess. I'll leave you to that.
No, that's fine. Erin walks halfway across the room, puts a post and someone on top of a table that just sort of probably someone's working at, and Erin just puts a post there with the
As-
another amethyst on top.
Fair enough. But Lilian's going to turn to Ash. Okay, now that we can speak like actual, not quite human beings, what's up?
Ash just kind of turns to Alana. What's up?
One exposition later.
Oh. I was finding it weird with her so much undead in the hills, but I mean, they're kind of just there. I haven't seen any of the ones that look like they've been made up of people. Well, it sounds interesting enough. As Erin can finish setting up her scrying station.
All right. Let's hope he's not terribly far away. Erin pulls out a little notepad, does some drawings. That goes over to the gem at the very base of it, turns it a few times, and then as a final thing, she takes a sort of a handful of silver dust that she's incorporated with a few things and tosses it on it, and immediately all the gems sort of flash to life, and you hear a sort of a sucking sound as a small black bead forms between all the amethysts. Aaron walks up to it and looks through it like a peephole.
Erin, wherever it is you're looking into, it's quite dark. Though you can see very small pinprints of light, you think it's maybe in someone's pocket,
Hmm.
as it's kind of being jostled around.
Do I hear anything?
If you switch to audio elements, you hear the sound of a bunch of metal being scraped against as it's in a pocket. There's maybe like a couple of pennies in there too.
Well, that was unhelpful. As Aaron pulls her head away as suddenly all the amethysts sort of shake a bit and sort of yank free of their posts and kind of collide together to form the full gem again with the black around the black bead, which which one of the posts support, which Aaron picks up and starts folding away the posts again.
Fancy.
Ash just kind of watches this happen and goes, I have no idea how you made all of that work.
It's a
Quite
portal.
impressive.
I'm pretty sure it's 50% bullshit.
Oh, you
Absolutely.
finally get that to work.
It's. I always knew it would work. It was more of a thing that I needed to actually get the calculations right. The problem is with portals is they work. It's just getting the location correct. As I said previously, I don't know if you remember this, but one of the most common occurrences back in Free Air and Silver Mountain
I
was
remember.
yes, finding the dead wizard behind the snow cone machine halfway in a wall.
Snow
Snow
cone
cone?
machine.
You've never had a snow cone?
Yes, you haven't?
I've made a cone out of snow. Does that count?
No, I will have to next invention maybe. I'll have to build one for you.
I like the mental image of Ash just making like a perfectly shapely conical cone out of snow. Going, all right, here's-
Listen, geometrical shapes are excellent for channeling specific kinds of magic. Ask
Sure.
Silas.
True.
Right. Okay, sorry for wasting your time. That was pointless. Let's go.
It goes without saying. Now's a good time to prepare spells if you haven't already.
No, you can't make me.
Mac, I will prepare all of my spells.
Look, you get from next level. You can't keep saying that forever.
I can for now.
You can
And
for
actually,
now.
I can look at next level because next level I don't prepare spells. I just know spells.
Oh, right, spontaneous casters.
So
Okay.
Yeah,
preparing
we've
spells
still got
charging.
weird fire stuff going on in the hills, don't we?
Yes, it's still currently the week of fire, though not for long.
I'm gonna
Any
keep
fire spells
Ripper Whip
cast, right?
prepared.
Fair enough. And keep in mind any fire spells cast right now are +1 CL. Your mileage may vary, as Rose found out fighting things which are immune to fire.
Well, I guess I'll go with my standard adventuring list.
I cast Endure Elements.
That's fair. It's almost as if it was like back midsummer, despite the fact that it's kind of early autumn. So Avenger Elements isn't exactly a bad thing to have, but it's probably, not gravely needed.
Aaron's small. She overheats and cools down very quickly.
Admittedly, you're sitting on a gigantic heat conductor.
Yes.
Virulent spells focused all to the back.
What should I prepare as a second level spell? Because I got Aggressive Thundercloud as the first one.
Of course.
How long do we think it will take us to get there?
4 hours, assuming you go the exact same route that Alana took last time.
4 hours, so we won't be camping or anything.
No. Unless you desperately want to.
Not really.
Alana did alert you that the place where the dude seemed to be staying wasn't a cave. Some kind of animal den, it seems.
Yeah, there was a bunch of undead dogs. Is there anything else?
Mrs. could not get close enough because Scent's a bitch, so he only knows that there's undead dogs.
Okay.
And also probably, well actually he also spotted some traps.
I like traps.
I want to make bad jokes.
Not you, Ash.
I'm going to assume all the animals there will be undead if there's some undead there.
They're all gonna be undead. Trust me.
Yeah. So I'm just
I'm
thinking
only
that
trapped
spell's
if I'm alive.
useless.
Let's see. Rose, since it's technically your token we're using for the first hour of traveling off road, do you want to roll me a D100? Let me consult my table. You're fine. You do not see the gigantic skeleton that you walked past. It's actually a really good skeleton.
Thank you.
That was
That was my skeleton.
That'll do. Seeing as it's skeletons, that'll do. Can remember how to spell this.
The head is a little wonky, but otherwise I'm proud of it.
Fair. Speaking of dark, why don't you give us a second D100?
Sure. Low.
Let's see.
Rose went in the top 20 percentile, so I went for the bottom 20 percentile.
Oh, I could say something terrible right now.
Silas, can you roll me a will save?
Sure.
Big B can't handle this.
Can't handle the pressure.
This has a psychotic breakdown where you're just walking in the woods and everything's kind of okay, actually. No. I don't know if you have anything to boost that retroactively.
Wait,
Is the entire forest in
check. Yeah, I don't think retroactively. I didn't use any of my like self-assurance or anything, so doesn't seem like it.
Okay. Travel continues. And for the last hour, you move into clearing and nothing will happen. As I'm going to move you back onto the map that Alana was on. However, I do need to do one thing. Or rather, I need to see if I
I'm
can do
gonna
one thing.
have this prepared just in case I need Wolf to fight something particularly big and nasty.
Fuck, I forgot your tokens.
Is it a spell that makes Wolf bigger and nastier?
Yes.
I mean, that thing was like large size, so fair.
It was huge.
Okay, it was big boy.
I
Diamond
am very glad about my choice of spell.
map.
Oh yeah, you see because your map tokens are not there yet. I'm
I
getting
can
them from
see.
the other map. Yes,
can see all
Alana
the
can see
lanterns I
because
killed.
yes.
All I see is blackness.
I killed a lot of lanterns.
The void.
Careful
Wait,
it
what do you
doesn't
mean
stay
by
back.
lanterns? How do you kill a lantern?
With a lot of blood
They're
reinforced.
possessed lanterns.
What does that mean? How do you possess a lantern?
I don't know. There's possessed lanterns.
This is how Chuck's lantern. Aaron.
Aaron
Let's
screams
see.
and is hit by a lantern.
Oh, please no, I just spent stamina on the damage.
Can you see
Aaron
now?
is now unconscious.
Oh wait, Astral
Everyone
Mirrors.
can
It's
see,
not
but I don't have a
I
token.
cannot see.
You should have your one all the way up to the top left, right?
Top left.
Right.
You have to remember JMac doesn't know his left and rights.
Shh.
So
It's
left,
the
right,
same
middle?
one from last time.
Middle.
Oh, J-Mac, you gotta hide something.
Hmm?
That is not
Of a
me.
person?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The token is very vague for a good reason. You're not supposed to be able to glean much off of it. Okay, there we go.
Hey, now I can
functional
see.
vision.
Oh, there I am. Right, I was at a tree.
Everything is
All
bright.
that dead.
Yep. I did that.
Let me hide Mezits. Roland.
That was a lot of lanterns.
As you come into the clearing where indeed Alana can point out the trees. I mean, technically this one is like fallen over and there's a massive trunk taken out of the ground where you can see how deep the burntness descends into the ground.
Oh yeah, we just didn't investigate that one. Sorry.
How'd you fucking knock it over?
It's made of pure ash. Alana walked over and just stabs it with her hand.
Oh. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, actually, Bigby, I need to say one thing to you.
okay.
So you were saying the ashed ground around this tree has nothing to do with it? Is that like you burnt that? Were you saying that?
No,
No.
No.
that was there.
Ah, right. Well,
Similar or no? Aaron says to Ippos.
I was waiting for JMac to do whatever he was doing with Bigby, and then I was going to ask that exact thing.
Sorry, I'm PMing him.
Also, why is my layering wrong?
All right then.
Yeah, I see myself as behind Rusty.
No,
Oh, for me,
I
you're
see you on
in front
top.
of.
You're on top.
see you on
You're
top.
gonna want to refresh. Should fix it.
Yes, I'll leave you to decide if you want to mention that, Bigby. I would see why not. But Tinder, what were you asking?
The ashen ground around this dead tree, is it similar at all to what Ipos was investigating before?
Not quite. You don't get that sickening feeling off of it. It just appears to be, as you touch it, poke it, maybe even detect magic, it just appears to be burnt.
No, it felt like normal burnt ground. Other burnt ground felt like sluggy, deady things, you know. Not quite like sluggy, deady things, but yeah. No, this feel normal ash.
Yeah, this is normal for me.
Everyone,
Those eyes.
Yeah?
there's a bit of an issue.
What?
You are all gone.
What do you mean?
Cannot see you.
What do you mean?
Silas gone blind.
I cannot see you. I can see everything else, but I cannot see you.
I touched Silas on the shoulder.
Damn it, you beat me to it. I was gonna poke him in the face.
Silas, you don't feel them, but obviously you can see them do it.
Look, I cannot see you personally. I know where you are due to curiosity.
He's kind of talking when you're poking him, and he's not complaining about being poked.
Yes, I cannot feel that, Wolf.
I hit him.
I mean, if you're doing it technically enough that it would cause pain, he would feel that, but he does not feel you like just touching him.
The most I can do is a 1 point of non-lethal damage because I'm so weak, which I probably don't even do that. So
I mean, Silas, you feel something, but you're not quite sure what it was.
you suddenly stumble, I guess.
Except you can kind of obviously see that Aaron's went, eh.
Aaron, your noodly arms aren't enough to.
Well, yeah.
hurt
Would
me.
you rather me hit
Yes.
you or Wolf?
No, but yes, I could still slightly feel that. However, I cannot see you, and I generally cannot feel you.
What if you could you
Something
feel
is-
this? Aaron thinks through the ion stone.
You can feel that. You can feel their emotions through the ion stone.
Yes, I can still feel emotional presence. It's something is dampening my physical senses.
Interesting.
Of you specifically.
I wonder if I could replicate that.
Pretty much
I
you can
really-
only also really hear them thanks to curiosity as well. Otherwise it just kind of feels like whisperings on the wind.
Hippos pokes Aaron.
Hi,
Yes,
yes.
something is strange here.
Can Aaron feel Hippos properly?
Yes. Silas is the one having the issue.
Yes, Hippos making sure it not all us.
Yes, ow. Yeah, claw. Dude.
Poke, poke, poke.
Ow! Stop it, you're sharp.
Trust
If-
me, you all would know if this was the case, as the
I
others
give-
would just fade from your sight.
I give Ippos a strong poke.
Ah!
Dude, yeah, careful. You're more metal now, so you got sharper.
Let's see, is there anything that I might be able to do to aid in this? Silas is going to use an emboldened confidence.
Okay, that's your bless thing, yes? Or is that your superiority thing?
It should just be bless.
It's
Right,
bless
yes, your
you.
bless. Yeah. Well, it's just because obviously they all sound very superiority.
It's just
So
silence.
it's
kind of
like
the
where
point,
they're coming
yeah.
from. Okay, you use your pseudo bless.
Yeah.
Everyone, you receive bless.
Wow. I
Do-do-do-do.
Anything
feel your
change?
ego.
No,
Good.
there's no change to your like vision or anything.
Interesting.
Erin pulls out
So
her wayfinder and is gonna. Is it some kind of mental effect? I'm gonna have to roll for this officially, but
You can give me a sense motive. Yes and no.
you seem to be affected by some kind of mental effect. I don't know if your hand has decided that it wants to rebel or.
No, if it did, it would not be sharing its vision with me.
Oh well, that seems convenient.
And as said, it's under my control.
Oh yeah, well.
Here we go. Epos, you see a magical aura on Silas.
You has magic stuff going?
Ah, right, Nora. Silas
So
will
I-
also cast Detect Magic and look at himself.
I'm assuming this is an aura aside from the bless he's just put on himself.
Yes. Mostly because the one that you can see over him is a lot more powerful than his bless.
It's Arcana to see an effect already in place. Yes.
Yes. As
Boop.
anyone who can roll Arcana can.
Welp. Epos flexing his tiny, tiny brain.
Like,
I
is
hate
job.
Alana.
Curiosity
Well,
and aid. That's an aid from curiosity.
should just that'd be nice. What does you roll like a 2?
Yeah.
I mean,
Ash does
prob-
big brain Arcana,
Yeah,
while
there we
Epos does small brain Arcana.
Ash, Silas, Alana. You're pretty sure Silas got cursed. And now
Oh,
Alana's
excellent.
mind rings back. Oh yeah, there was an abandoned one in the hills.
Oh yeah.
What does that
Excellent.
mean?
What is that, Alana? I'm not familiar.
I need DM.
An
to
abandoned
guide me.
one is a undead who's typically, well, abandoned. And they usually want others to share in their torment. So much so that they're able to curse targets with everyone being unable to see them for usually about 12 hours. Or until the abandoned one is destroyed. The weird thing is, typically it's a two-way street. In that usually Silas would not be able to see the others and the others would not be able to see Silas. However, in this case, the others can see Silas just fine, but Silas can't see the others.
Interesting.
Fucking
Odd.
weird.
Yes. Well, this is going to be a bit of a predicament. I'm only able to really see thanks to curiosity within about 20 feet.
On the bright side, you're seeing everything.
That's me. I'm looking if anyone's like hiding from us. Aaron's just gonna
Mm.
scan the tree line while everyone else is looking at magic.
Give me a second.
Clearly, whatever it is needs to go.
Oh.
I do not. We have important business to deal with, and I cannot deal with not being able to see you all for 12 hours.
Well, frankly, it probably already has left. It's a curse, dude. From what I can tell, those tend to be just sort of fire and forget.
Then let us hunt it down.
J-Mac, what time is it?
Considering it took you 4-ish hours to get here, probably like afternoon.
Alana's very wary about going too far for obvious reasons.
Also,
Not
Aaron,
be very
don't
far
see anything.
away, as this only just happened minutes ago.
You've been walking for minutes?
No, I've been talking to you for minutes.
Oh! Has it been that long? I'm sorry, this is amusing. Time flies.
Yes, we should probably find it.
Working on it.
Good.
Tracks.
You can certainly give me a survival. Or perception, I suppose, to find tracks.
I'm
Yeah,
walking.
Oh yeah. Everyone should probably give themselves some kind of dot so you remember that you have my
Healy dot, green dot.
yeah.
Also, like the next 5-6 minutes, you've got my bless. So, bless is minutes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
The feeling of smugness.
Good.
Wolf, you canvass the area for tracks. And did you find a few? Quite a few of them are barefoot, oddly enough. There are a few that aren't, some that appear to be like heavy boots, others that appear to be just shoes, but there is a lot of like strange footprints. Indeed, if you look, fuck, where did I leave? Ah, here we go. Which would have been important if you came here and hadn't looked in the cave before. But you can also see dog footprints, quite large ones. You'd estimate belonging to maybe, well, definitely a larger than average wolf.
Wait, shit, the cave is just like over there? Aaron points.
Yeah.
It's a beverage.
Oh. I thought it was a bit further. Okay.
Nope.
Huh, I see a random red dot on the screen.
Yeah, if you look very close, you'll see there's doggy prints. I can't make them any darker, I'm afraid.
Near the red dot? Oh, hey, doggy prints.
Yeah, there's big dogs here. Really big dogs.
Huh.
And boots. And feet.
Yeah, that sounds about right. There's the undead dogs in that cave, and then, a person. Well, the person's probably not there right now, but
Direction on the footprint's going.
The footprints, they're large. The footprints with shoes, rather, they're largely just in this area where Alana knows the cave is. Typically going to about there before disappearing. The other feet marks are kind of all scattered throughout this glade. Exiting, leaving, entering. Exiting, leaving are the same thing, but you get what I mean. But they also appear to be older than the boots.
Because Aaron is ridiculously intelligent for no damn reason, can
Mhm.
I look at one of the boot prints to recognize the tread if it's the same person that the same skeletal boss that Wolf and I took out?
You can give it a go, I suppose. I don't know if you necessarily ever looked at their feet, in which if you did,
mean,
I'd be
I knocked
questioning
him
what
on
the
his
fuck
ass.
Aaron's doing. I mean, I suppose, but then it would be hard because that'd be like an at a glance thing. But you can certainly give it a go.
I'm gonna roll perception, I guess.
I'd say this would just be straight intelligence because it's almost like memory.
Sure.
Aaron doesn't think so.
Hmm.
Those bits were old, kind of tattered. None of these look quite like that.
All right, so it's probably the dude. Well, frankly, there's not much that we can do for you, Silas.
Hold that thought, Lillian speaks up.
Oh, hi.
Let me
You wouldn't-
just.
You wouldn't happen to have any curse removal or mitigation of some kind?
I'm sadly not that good. But as she fumbles through her satchel and pulls out a scroll, as I need to remember what carrying compass. I believe at least I'll be able to tell if the thing is nearby, and if it is, well, perhaps someone can just sneak up and bonk it and end our problems here.
Yes, that would be perfect. Excellent.
unfortunately, this does typically require. Oh no, you said you fought the thing.
Not the abandoned one.
Out of character, technically you did.
I did?
Yeah, you hit it a bunch.
Oh yeah, it's true. No, okay. Okay, yeah, Alana did hit it then. I forgot that's what that was.
I don't suppose you quite gruesome, but you had anything left over on your scarf.
Alana hit with rocks.
Could you point me roughly in the direction? I'll see if I can't find anything.
Alana will point in the wrong direction.
As if you want to wait a little while, what will probably well, I guess Roland could go and speed it up with horse, but Lilian could attempt to track down the awaken. No, what's it called? The undead thing
Abandoned.
and kill it. Abandoned one. That's it.
We appreciate it.
Well, technically not a tracker. She can pinch him with a couple of scrolls.